Hey everyone, hope everyone is doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. I went to the gym, had a good time, ran a couple errands. It was great. I didn't even think about anything, which was a good thing, right? That's what it's all about, right? It's about staying busy and not thinking about what the heck is going on, because you're not going to be able to avoid it because it's going to happen. Right now, you just want to focus on being healthy and and make sure this is intact too, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? Um, like I said earlier, you want to find some kind of activity to do. I'm going to emphasize on that because it's important, because it's all about doing some outdoor activity. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do anything, you're going to be stuck in the house. And you really don't want to be stuck in the house, because I was stuck in the house for a long time, 6, 7 months, and it was brutal. It was probably the worst thing I could have done. That's probably why it's taken me a long time to heal. I'm going on a year here, and I'm still hurting. I mean, I am way better, but I'm still healing. I'm not over that yet. But I did have a lot of communication today with my wife, with my kids. I had to go pick up my kids. Well, my kid school closing, for Catholic school, but everything is good. But I also want to just tell you guys, just get out of the house, man. You have to get out of the house. It's important to get out of the house. Now the weather is kind of like starting to feel a little bit better out here. It's not as cold. Go for a walk. That's what you want to do. Go for a walk. Clear your mind. Take a bike ride. Go put yourself a motorcycle. I mean, not a motorcycle. I'm sorry. I mean, that's not a bad idea, but bicycle. Go for a ride. That's something, but you might want to consider too, because if you have a motorcycle license, or if this is something you wanted to do, let's say it's on your bucket list, this is your opportunity to do it now, right? But you just remember, you have to be clear-headed up here when you're on the bike. Just in general, I'm not even talking about what's going on, because everybody's on the phone and you have to be careful. You get killed like that. You gotta definitely be focused on the motorcycle. I am gonna check out some trails today. I think that's something I want to do. I remember going hiking. It was great. It takes a couple of hours to do, and it's good for you too as well. Also, I'm going to start focusing on a lot of stuff. I told myself last night that I gotta move forward. I gotta move on. I gotta accept what's happening. I mean, which I have, but I'm still digesting it. It's not that easy. You can't just switch it off like that. I don't have that kind of strength. Neither do you, to be honest with you. You don't. It doesn't work like that unless you don't care, And then if you don't care about what's going on, then this video is not for you. Okay? This video is for people who is going through the same thing that I went through, who's about to go through the same thing that I went through. I'm telling you, those are the people that I want to talk to, because at the end of the day, unlike what I did, I didn't have a support system and I didn't talk to anybody. That's why it's taking me so long. I think that you can achieve the goal that you want if you jump on top of that real quickly. Get a support system, friends, family, go online, social media, get it out there. But don't badmouth your significant other, okay? Don't do that, because it's not cool at the end of the day. She is your kid's mother or father. It's just the way it is for couples. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's just the way it is. Because if your kid finds out about it, it's not gonna be cool, dude. And you don't want to do that, because everybody's angry. I was really angry, and I did some things I'm not proud of, that's for sure, and I regret it. Probably pushed her away even more. My behavior, my coping skills, That was a real issue with my wife. She had a real issue with that. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, they don't want that. It's drama. They don't want that. And neither should you. Nobody wants to be involved in a relationship where there's drama. It's just, it's really taxing on you. You get tired of it every day or a couple days a week. It's not sustainable. It's not. You're going to wear yourself out. You're going to wear each other out. And at the end of the day, what's going to happen is you're going to let your marriage slip away and it's going to die. And that's just the bottom line. It's going to slip away from you and it's going to die. And then you're going to be hurt when you could have done something about it. And right now, for those of you who have lost your significant other, who are about to get a divorce, right now, if you're not feeling good, like I said, get out of the house. Go find something to do. Find a new hobby. You might enjoy doing it. Bicycle ride, hiking, bowling, shooting pool. If you don't want to be in a bar, don't go shoot pool because you might have to be in a bar or a pool shop or somewhere. Billiards room. But the weather's starting to get warm, so you can always go outside, hang out in your backyard if you have one. Find some kind of activity, do some projects around your house. All those things you want to do, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's going to keep you from thinking about what the heck is going on, And next thing you know, a month or two have gone by and you're starting to feel better. And that's what it's all about. It's all about recovery. It's all about recovery, right? At the end of the day, it's all about recovery, right? And, keep your eye on the prize. Feeling better, getting through this quickly. Quickly for me is, maybe a couple of months for you. For me, it was much longer because I didn't have a support system. Remember that. You're going to need one. So I recommend hanging out with your friends again. If you're a drinker, I wouldn't drink as much. You want to keep that, you want to check yourself when it comes to that because it's just going to bring you down. Don't do drugs. They're not good for you. Get yourself some vitamins. The vitamins are good for you. Men's health. It's all about men's health and women's health. And that's what you want to do. If you've been going to the gym and you like exercising, you find out that it's benefiting you, get yourself some supplements and stuff like that. It can, and it's all good for you too. That's what you want to do. Okay, but listen, I'm going to leave you guys, but don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to get this out there, okay? Because everybody needs someone to talk to. Everyone needs someone to talk to. And some of the messages that I'm getting out there are, people are absorbing it. They're asking questions, they're leaving comments. That's what I want, I want to, talk to you. I don't mind talking to you. Especially when you're about to go through something that I went through. It's going to be hard. And you're going to need someone to talk to. And the best person to talk to is someone who went through it. You can talk to anybody you want, whether it's a family member or friends. If they haven't gone through that, it's not going to work. It's not, because they just don't know. I mean, it helps to have a support system, but unless they went through it, they have no idea what you're about to go through. And this is what I'm here for. I went through it. I've done it. And it's hard. And the best person to talk to is the one who has gone through it. Obviously, I can walk you through it. Tell you what you need to do, Tell you what everything that I've been telling you so far is what you need to do. You need to get out of the house, especially at night. Go to the gym. You're not thinking clearly. If it's messing you up, get out of the house. Go to the gym. They're open 24/7. Go to a coffee house, go to a coffee shop, drink some coffee or tea, hang out there. You can meet people there. It's easy. My brother met his wife there. Go to a museum if you like museums, the aquariums, things like that. I'm in Maryland. For those of you who are not in Maryland, you know, I'm sure they have those things too where you live at, unless you live out in the county. If you live out in the county, you know, go to the city or next closest town where there's a lot of people. You know, you want to surround yourself with people so you won't have to be alone all the damn time. You know, that's what it's all about. You don't want to be alone during this time because it's difficult. And it's going to take you a lot longer like it did me. It took me, like I said, 6-7 months to crawl out. You know, I mean, I actually crawled out. And I'm standing over top of the hole now. Now it's just a matter of what direction I want to go in. And the direction I'm going in right now is forward. You know, I got to start taking care of myself, which I have been. You know, I have to accept what's going on, which I have. And now I just have to live my life like I'm single. And that's what I'm going to do. You know, if I meet somebody, I'm not looking to meet somebody, but if I meet somebody and they're great, you know, you take that opportunity to, you know, to talk to them, because at the end of the day, if someone falls on your lap and they seem to be really cool and nice and that's what you want, then, you know, by all means, talk to them. Have a good time. Go on dates. You know, but I won't suggest to jump on a relationship like that, because you need to heal. And it wouldn't be right for that person that you're talking to be getting involved with a person like you who you're not going to be able to contribute 100% of your time to that person. It's not going to be fair to them. And you're going to start talking about what's going on. And you don't want to do that either. Don't talk about that unless they bring it up. You know, but be brief about it. And let them know that, hey, listen, I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's rough, but I'm doing pretty good. Doing the best that you can. That's what you want. So listen, don't forget to subscribe. I'm getting it out there, like I said. I want everybody to, you know, listen to what I have to say, because the more people I get, the more subscribers I get, more feedback I get. You know, hit that notification, that bell, leave comments. You know, it's all going to be, you know, good advice. Like I said, I'm not a therapist or anything like that. If you need to see a therapist, you go see a therapist, okay? Because it's going to be hard. You need to take some over-the-counter medication, you do that. But do it with caution. Make sure you read the description on there, because if you're pregnant or have some kind of a thyroid issue or any kind of ailment, you might not want to take that, okay? You might want to take something that's not going to hurt you, or your digestive system too as well. But this channel here is, you know, I'm giving you advice. And, you know, like I said, I'm not a therapist, but it could help you. You know, and if it helps you, then that's great. You know, that's what I want. I wanted to help people who are going to go through this, because, you know, I had an epiphany when I realized that this is brutal, and I know that a lot of people was going through this stuff. I think a lot of people wanted to have some kind of a support system that they don't have or never gotten. And this is what I'm here for. Talk about it, you know, and get you going in the right direction. Okay, so as always, man, be strong up here. You're going to need it for yourself and your kids or kid, your family. Be strong here too, all right, because they work together, okay? And if you have an issue, you're not feeling good, get out of the house, okay? And I'll talk to you guys. I'll give you guys a little short tonight, okay? You guys take care. Be safe, man, all right? Talk to you later.